All right, there's a story that there was a man that really wanted to see the Rebbe, Lubavitcher Rebbe. I think he wanted to see him about if he wanted to buy a car or something. He wanted to know if he should buy the car. The man didn't exactly understand what the holiness of the Rebbe and the greatness of the Rebbe and everything like that. But he understood there's a Rebbe that he never makes any mistakes, and he wanted his opinion. That's what I understand. So he asked if he could get an audience to go into the Rebbe, and they told him the waiting list was like a month, 2 months, whatever long. So he figured, maybe he'll figure us an alternative way, ulterior way. So he waited by the Rebbe's house. He heard that the Rebbe goes out of his house. He tried. The Rebbe would come out like of 770, the building, and he was told that it would be possible maybe to get a word in, but he saw there was a lot of people around. It was very difficult. Anyway, he asked around, and finally he revealed that the Rebbe, when the Rebbe would come home, or sometimes when the Rebbe would leave his house, the Rebbe's house was like 2 blocks, something like that, 3 blocks away from 770, from the headquarters. And the Rebbe would walk home. Usually there would be pupils that would walk, with him or after him. They would watch. But when the Rebbe left his house, so there wasn't such a guard on the Rebbe. Anyway, this person decided that he wanted to speak to the Rebbe desperately. And so when the Rebbe came out of his house, there were people around. He ran in and he stopped the Rebbe. The Rebbe said yes, and he said, "I want to know if I have a possibility to get rid of my car, and I want to buy a new car, and I have a chance to buy, either a Buick or an Oldsmobile. Somebody wants to sell me. Which one should I buy?" Some really ridiculous question. So the Rebbe told him the answer, whatever the answer was, and he said, "I would appreciate it if you would tell me what the write to me, whatever, what you decided to do and what the outcome is." So afterwards, he said, "Thank you very much," and he left. So the pupils afterwards, they fell on this guy and they started yelling and screaming at him. "What are you wasting the Rebbe's time for? You're wasting the Rebbe's minutes, the Rebbe's seconds. The Rebbe is amazing, his advice, his blessings, his teachings, and you're wasting the Rebbe's time on your stupid things." And they yelled at him. So this person felt very bad. He didn't think he was doing anything wrong. He really, he heard that the Rebbe is a good person, that he helps people, and his advice is really very accurate. So he wrote the Rebbe a letter apologizing. He wrote the Rebbe a letter and he apologized. He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. But after, I spoke to the Rebbe and all of his pupils, they started yelling at me and they really got very angry at me. I was very, and I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to do anything wrong." And so the Rebbe wrote back to him and said, "My pupils, sometimes they exaggerate. They're really exaggerating. And I apologize for them if they made you feel anything bad. But I want you to know," said the Rebbe, "that we believe that sometimes a person can come into this world and his whole life is only to do a favor for one person. His whole life just to do a favor in the course of his life, to do a favor for one person. It could be that you're that person, that I came into the world in order to help you. Now the Rebbe helps thousands of people, hundreds of people every day, hundreds of people. The Rebbe, they say, he got more letters, more mail than the president of the United States. And he would read every letter. And he would answer every letter in either in thought or in whatever. People would get answers to their. So the Rebbe helped thousands and thousands and thousands of Jews and also non-Jews came to the Rebbe, thousands. But nevertheless, the Rebbe said, "Oh, those people, I helped them because, it's a good thing to help Jews. I like to help Jews. But it could be the reason I came into the world was especially for you, to help you. That's the whole reason I came." So what can we learn from this story? That, you can learn two opposite things. You can learn that, well, maybe all these good things that I do, that's not really the main thing I came here for something else. So what I do is not so important. On the other hand, you can learn the opposite, that everything I do, it could be that's the reason I came into the world, just for this thing. And on the other hand, maybe not. So I have to do another good thing, maybe another good thing. We're not talking about going to heaven. We're talking about being in this physical world. Why God puts us in the world is in order to help another Jew or even to help another non-Jew, to help a person. So therefore, to be as helpful as possible. And if the Lubavitcher Rebbe said it, the whole reason I came into the world was just to help you to know which car to buy. That's the only reason I came into the world. And the Rebbe was serious. He wasn't making a joke. He was serious what he was saying. It wasn't an exaggeration. The whole reason I came into the world was just to do one little seemingly unimportant favor for a seemingly unimportant person. There's no such thing. Every favor is important, and every person is important, and every moment of life is important. Have a good day with Mashiach now. Have a good Shabbos with Mashiach now. God willing, we'll see each other on Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning. Shalom Avracha.